Are you settling the estate of a loved one? Well, I've got 10 things you must be aware of, and stay till the end. Number 9 is extremely important, and we're getting started right now. Hey everybody, I'm Kes Stadler, Associate Broker with Atlanta Communities and a certified probate real estate advisor and specialist. I've got 25 years of experience in residential real estate, helping my clients through probate with their wills, trusts, executorships, and many other things involved in the process. I know everyone's grieving at this time during this process, so I can help. My team and I have a plan in place, but I want to give you the 10 things you need to be aware of, and we're getting started right now with number 1. All right, the first and probably most important thing right off the bat is to secure the property. Make sure it's locked up and tight. You don't want anything to happen during this long process, and with a vacant home, that could become an issue. Another thing to consider is if your loved one or your friend that has passed had pets, they need to be found a new home. Even temporarily, they've got to have a place to live, and maybe you can work on finding them new permanent homes, but at least get them safe and secure and well taken care of right away. Okay, number 2 is you need to file the will with the courts. Probate is the legal process of executing the will. The probate courts will help you navigate the process of combining the assets, finding the assets, paying all the debts, paying the bills, and settling the estate. So it's very important that right away you locate the will. In many cases, you may have to go back to the property and find the will. You might even have to do a little fact finding. You may have to find the attorney that maybe was involved. But that's very important. You got to get the will, and you need to get it registered and submitted to the courts. Number 3 has to do with making an inventory, a list of all the assets. And that also includes maybe getting an appraisal done for the real estate property itself. Laws vary from state to state, but they usually start with making a detailed list of all the inventory in the home. That could go into financial stocks, bonds, different accounts, rental properties, but a list needs to be made. It doesn't have to be super detailed. You don't have to get any exact numbers, but just a ballpark so you have an idea of what you're working with. That's always important. For number 4, you need to track down the assets. Like I mentioned in number 3, in many cases they call that marshaling the assets. So you may have to put on your detective hat and find out there may be some money hidden in different places. There may be stocks, bonds, insurance policies, but you're going to need to get some help if you need to, but you need to track down all the assets. It's really up to you to find them and make sure that the beneficiaries are given what is due, and also if there's possibly some liabilities that need to be handled, you want to find out now instead of later. So it's a good idea just to put on your hat and try to find all those assets. Number 5 talks about making a list of all bills, getting them put together, and getting them to the attorney so they can all be paid. This goes with utilities. It may be a mortgage, a second mortgage, insurance. All those things still need to be paid while the home is in probate and the estate is being settled. You don't want to have a home that's sitting empty. Maybe you have an alarm system, but if there's no power, you can't use the alarm. So things like that you need to think about. Gas, if it's the winter time, you want to make sure the house has some heat. You don't want pipes to freeze. So obviously bills, utilities, that just needs to be paid. So make sure you get it paid. If you don't have the funds, there are ways to work around that. Let me know, send me a private message. I'll give you some ideas. You can always pay the bills and then get reimbursed out of the estate. So we have options. We have ways to help you, but just get the list together and make sure the bills get paid. Okay, you need to notify all the agencies. So number 6 is talking about notifying the post office. You may want to have mail stopped or forwarded to a new address. You're going to want to let the IRS know, Social Security office know, insurance companies know. Notify everyone. You'll probably need to get some death certificates. There's a lot of things that go into this, and a probate and attorney can help you. We're here to help you, but think about everything that needs to be done And number 6 just basically talks about all those agencies that need to be notified. If there are benefits from a 401k or benefits from an employer, all that needs to be taken into consideration. So make a list and really start going through the list. And as things pop up, keep a notepad. Write down what you think about at the time and think, oh, I need to get this done or that done. Write it down so you'll make sure you get it and or you get the attorney to handle it. Another thing a lot of people forget about is life insurance policies. So as you're making that list, make sure you write down the life insurance policy, the benefactors, the beneficiaries, all that good stuff. You may not think about it, you probably do, but banks, you need to notify the banks, especially if automatic drafts or payments are going out. Sometimes those can be canceled. If you've got a stock portfolio or a financial planner, they need to be aware of what's going on. They need to be in the loop so they can help you through this process. All right, another one here in the 2022 is let the credit agencies know, the credit bureaus, because identity theft is a big thing. And even though your family member or friend may have passed, the credit thieves are still out there, and it can just make your job that much more difficult and the attorney and the court systems more difficult if there is identity theft involved. So try to shut down credit, close the credit accounts whenever you can. See your attorney about that. And if you have a specific question, just let us know. Put a comment in there. Okay, number 7 speaks for itself, but especially if you're the executor or if you're working with the attorney, keep the beneficiaries up to date. You need to communicate with everyone throughout the entire process. I have a saying in my line of work, and my team knows, if a client has to reach out to me, I haven't done my job. My job is to keep the client updated and answer questions before they even send them to me. So it's very, very, very important that you keep all the beneficiaries, the attorneys, everyone involved updated so they know that you're on top of it and they have an idea of what's going on and they feel like they're part of the process. They're going through a lot right now. They don't want to have to worry about this. They want to know they've got it turned over to a professional like myself or a real estate probate attorney, and it's being handled. So just keep them up to date. Okay, number 8, we're talking money now. You want to collect money that's owed to the estate. So that goes back to my list from earlier. Is there something that is owed to the beneficiaries or that was owed to the decedent that passed? You want to go after that money. You just need to for the sake of the estate and for probate. So make sure if there's money owed to the estate, you go after and take the legal recourses to get that money. The beneficiaries will appreciate it, the probate court will appreciate it, and your attorney would like the help. So keep them involved. Okay, I told you in the beginning, number 9, one that nobody likes to talk about. There are 2 things in life, death, which unfortunately we're talking about now, and taxes. And this video, number 9, talks about both. After the decedent has passed, you need to get the taxes situated. It's going to happen sooner or later, so start thinking about the taxes. It's very important. When the estate is completely closed and finished, you want to make sure all that's done, including taxes for the personal property, for the real estate, for stocks, bonds, for the sale of the real estate, is there capital gains, but taxes are very important. So find a CPA, work with your probate attorney to make sure you handle it correctly, but get those taxes settled. Okay, number 10, the one everybody likes to talk about is once everything's done, then you as the executor can distribute the assets. Obviously you work through the probate court and the attorney, but number 10 is towards the end, distribute assets and make sure they're distributed per the will, per the probate courts, and with the attorney's guidance. You don't want to do it on your own, obviously you can't. So number 10 is at the end you get to distribute whatever assets there may be. If there are liabilities, you got to handle that, but hopefully there's some assets left and you can get that done rather quickly. So I appreciate you staying till the end. Thanks for following with us. We are specialists in probate and real estate. We also have a YouTube channel called Living in Metro Atlanta where we talk about home fix-up ideas. So if you want some ideas for how to fix your house up, go check out that channel. Link is provided below, and check out this video here about hardwood flooring. It's a really cool way to do it yourself. I'm here to help you with any probate issues or questions you might have. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share our channel. And for now, signing out, my nickname is the Singing Realtor. I'm a probate specialist. But thanks again, take care, and have a great day.